Hello there, YouTube. This is Cameron,
And this is Brad.
and we're here to talk to you about the Bioshock Infinite Ending. Warning, spoilers inbound.
Spoiler. I mean, we're going to talk about the ending pretty in depth, I guess.
We're not, maybe not in depth. We're going to give our
Well,
high school education.
We're going to sit here and bitch about it and be like, oh, I didn't get it. It didn't make any sense.
Infinite dimensions. I don't get it. No connection.
Well, let's get started.
Alright, so I guess we could start with saying what actually happens in the ending.
There's an ending. Elizabeth is your daughter.
That's true.
And she drowns your ass.
She does. She kills you and thus killing herself at the end. You start walking through all these doors. Maybe we'll just have a snippet of the ending in the background.
No, I'll have the whole thing, man.
You know what? How about this? We're just going to assume that you've seen the ending if you're watching our thoughts on the ending. That way we don't need to explain what happens.
Well, it's simple stuff. It's just like, hey, you're in a bunch of dimensions. You're Elizabeth's daughter. You kill everybody, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, you also become the bad guy in this game through another dimension."
You're the good guy and bad guy. The things I don't like about the ending. I guess we can start with the negatives, since I feel there's more of them. Even though overall I did like the ending, there were a lot of things that I didn't care about. Like, I didn't like how you were in the same world as the universe as yourself.
It doesn't make any sense.
You were the prophet, and you were Booker. And I didn't like how you were two of you in that world, and there was only one Elizabeth. I don't know. I thought that was a little weird.
Well, I mean, it wasn't bad about that. I was like, okay, I get what you did there, but why did you make him the villain? Why does he have to go so bad? Just one small event changes him into like the horrible monster of the city. It's like, oh yeah, if you didn't get baptized, you're the devil.
And why?
But if you don't get baptized, then you're cool. You know, you're just kind of a pissed off guy. You go gamble a little bit.
And Brad brought up a point. Why does he not remember anything at all? Like, he doesn't remember that he has a daughter. At least, maybe he does, but they don't explain that very well if he does remember that.
Yeah,
because they give the impression that he doesn't know anything, that he's learning, oh, I had a daughter.
Yeah, because you go on this whole journey with Elizabeth, and you're like, oh yeah, something about a girl named Anne. I had a nightmare one time. But they don't describe, it's like, why do you not remember anything in this game? Nothing. You don't remember freaking anything of why you're here.
And the guy, look, clearly at the end, you see the guy that's been through the whole game with his twin sister or whatever, and they're
the
superpowered.
head-to-tails guy.
And he's like, oh, hey, that's the guy that hired me. How come you didn't recognize that before when you met him in Colombia? How come you only now at that point realize, hey, that's the guy that hired me?
How come you didn't realize that's the guy on the boat?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, those two guys were on the boat. How did they get here? They left me.
And just, why were they superpowered?
They were just time-traveling, magical being things.
I guess they have the same powers that Elizabeth has, but they don't explain how Elizabeth gets hers.
So let's talk about the good things, because there were good things in this ending. I mean, it was one of those things where after you finish it, you're like, oh, that was pretty cool.
The whole thing was pretty cool. It's like, oh, the baptism at Wounded Knee. If he gets baptized, he becomes the ultimate douchebag.
And you do go to Rapture for a little bit. That was pretty cool. I was like, oh god, I'm in Rapture.
Fan service, yes, yeah, for me. I actually beat Bioshock 1, so it was a little nice for me. I already went, because that was the second room you go into. The first thing I did is I went upstairs, like, oh, maybe the Shock U plasmid's going to be up there. It wasn't, but the Gunther's Garden was up there.
Oh, was it?
And then you go, and because you backtrack. This is the first part, then you backtrack to where the game starts in the bathysphere. But you go into the bathysphere adjacent to the one that you arrive in Bioshock 1.
Yeah, because you use Rapture, and then she kills Songbird, and then you're like, oh yeah, she becomes ultimate god lady, tells you all about your life and your universe, and slowly reveals you were her dad, that's why she lost her finger, you become the ultimate bad guy, and then she's like, oh yeah, I can't let you do that. If you live, everything bad's going to happen, so I'm going to drown you in this baptizing pool or whatever.
See, I kind of felt that the ending was off from the rest of the game. Like, the rest of the game I felt was kind of, the story-wise, it was pretty straightforward. You know, for the most part, I wasn't too bizarre. I mean, other than, you know, tearing holes in time and going through dimensions, I guess is a little weird.
That was the breaking point. It's like, oh, that was a little crazy.
That's weird, but I mean, they kept it pretty simple. And then at the end, it was just...
Yeah,
like it just went crazy. It was like, all right, here's all 1,000 million dimensions where we're all walking and we're all.
Yeah, they just kind of threw a lot at you at the end. They're like, oh yeah, this is why all
take
this is
and this and that.
It's like, okay, did you get all that? No. Okay, we'll wait for the DLC.
Yes, you'll have to play a second playthrough now.
Yeah, see, it definitely requires a second playthrough, and I think that the DLC is either going to have Booker and Elizabeth in it. Because I mean, why would they not make the DLC with the two characters in it? Like, how would they Like, well, Elizabeth is no longer a character.
They did say I was reading on Steam what the DLC would consist of, and they said new characters, but I don't know if that means just NPCs.
I hope it just means NPCs, because I want to continue, because at the end of the game, if you get through the credits, you see Booker in his office again, and he's just sitting there, he's like, and?
Oh, there'll be new plasmids, I know that. And then I don't know how they'll implement that with their very strict 8 plasmids.
Yeah, and then you walk in, and then you don't know if she's there or not. So I'm thinking they could just pick up in another universe and be like, okay, this is one where you didn't drown, or one where you did drown, or something after that. Who knows? Who knows? But overall, I thought it was a good ending. Did you like it?
I did very much enjoy the ending. I thought there were definitely a lot of positives. It was very cool. It was very different than how I thought it was going to end.
And it definitely requires a second playthrough. So, I mean, it makes it so the $60 is a little bit better spent, I guess, or more well spent. So it's like, oh, I got to play this a second time just to really, really understand it. Or you could be pissed and be like, no, I'm not playing this game again.
Yeah, but how did he know that now that you made me think about it, how did he know that the Prophet know that he had the AD on his hand? I mean, maybe unless he could,
like I said, I don't know.
Maybe he used Elizabeth to look through a different dimension and to see, oh, hey, in this dimension where I'm not a douchebag, I write AD on my hand. Maybe. And I know I'm going to come here.
Maybe, but they never say it. They're just like, oh, he just knows.
And he's the Prophet. Second playthrough, I can already tell that you'll be able to pick up all the little spoilers that you didn't pick up the first time. Like, oh, he's the Prophet. The false prophet. No connection. No connection.
Both.
So guys, that's going to do it here for Critical Hit Review. I got Cameron back today, so that's pretty cool.
That's right.
Cameron,
we're going to have a review up, too.
Yeah, we're going to get our Bioshock Infinite review up, so check out our videos on Game Trailers and YouTube. Yep, we're on Game Trailers now, because we're cool.
Seriously, it's a great site, too.
Love it.
Tons of good stuff.
And we're also going to SakuraCon in the next couple days, and we're going to get some stuff from there, probably, so if you like anime, kinda, maybe, sorta.
We don't care. We're going to put it up on our channel anyway.
Yeah,
it's totally different than everything we did, but maybe we'll attract a broader audience.
We're gonna meet the guy from Fullmetal Alchemist, maybe.
Dude, I gotta have him sign something. Do I have to buy Fullmetal Alchemist? Oh wait, do I?
Sign my penis. Just sign it. I love it. It's small, like you.
It'll be awesome. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna take videos of us being there. We'll probably take a few videos of like a press conference or something that where we see some big wigs.
Yep. So definitely take a look at that, and we will check you guys later.
All right. Peace out.